Hi amazers, in today's class we'll be looking at the area of 2D shapes, and these are shapes which have flat surfaces. So for example, you have a square, rectangle, circle, trapezium, all those. Now we'll be starting with the area of a triangle, and when you're doing your area, it's good to write the formulas first. So we'll follow these steps. So step number 1, you write formula. After writing your formula, now you substitute your values. Substitute and then calculate. And finally, use the correct units. Okay, so anytime you're doing area or perimeter, we follow these 4 steps. Okay, so number 1, we have triangle. Area of a triangle is B times height over 2. And this is our base, this is our height. So you have done the step number 1, that is writing the formula. Now step number 2, you substitute the values. Okay, so area equals to, our B is 10 and H is 9 divided by 2. And here we're gonna get 10 times 9 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. And for area, the unit is in centimeter, so you write centimeter and a squared. So squared for all the areas. Number 2, now we have a trapezium, and the formula for trapezium equals to a half times A plus B times height. So A plus B are the 2 parallel lines, so this one and that one. Okay, now this one we can label it as A, and this one will be, this one will be B, and that one is A, and this is our height. Now time for substitution. So area equals to a half times A is 4 and B is 8 times 10. Okay, so you deal with whatever is in the bracket first. So 4 plus 8 is 12, so you're gonna do half times 12 times 10, and this one will give us 60. The units are in centimeters, so you write centimeter squared, and that's your answer. So that's trapezium. Now the next one we'll be looking at is a parallelogram, and area of a parallelogram equals to B times height. Our B is the base and the height is the H. So time for substitution now. Area equals to, B is 32 and H is 25. So for the sake of those who don't know how to do long multiplication, I'll show you over here. So we have 32 times 25. So you start multiplying these 2 top numbers with the 5. So 2 times 5, that is 10, so 0, carry 1. So you can hide your 2 so that you do 32 times 5 first of all. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Then over here, you don't write any number. Now you do the same thing, 32 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Now you add 6 plus 4, that is 10. 8. So the answer will be 800 centimeter squared. That's your area for the parallelogram. Now area of a circle, area equals to pi r squared, and r is the radius. So if this is your circle, the line that cuts the circle into 2 equal parts, or the line that is passing through the middle, is called the diameter. Then over here, if you have half of the line now, it will be called radius. So meaning diameter is twice of radius. Okay, so over here now we have our radius, and when you're doing pi, it's good to use pi as 3.142 or 22 over 7. You can use either of those. Okay, Now for today we'll use 22 over 7. So pi equals to 22 over 7. So time for substitution. Area equals to 22 over 7 times r squared. R squared means 14 times 14 because this is our radius. Okay, now we can divide 7. 7 goes into 7 once and 14 goes into 7 twice. Now we have 22 times 2, that is 44. So we do again the long multiplication. So we have 44 times 14. Once again, we do 44 times 4. So 44 times 4 is 16. 6 carry 1. Then 16, 17. Then as we said, we're not writing any number over there. Okay, now the same thing, do 44 times 1. So 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 1 is 4. Next thing you add. Okay, here we get 6. 7 plus 4 is 11 and that one gives us 616. So the final part now you do 616 centimeters squared. Okay, now number 5, that one, this one is a rectangle. So area of a rectangle equals to length times width. This is our length, the longest side, and the width is the shortest side. So now time for substitution. We have 15 times 6, and if you do your multiplication there, you should get 90 meters squared. Okay, let me just do it over here. So 15 times 6. 15 times 6, 5 times 6 is 30. And then 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 9, 90. So your answer is 90 meters squared. And lastly, we have a square. Oops, here I didn't write my measurement. Okay, we'll try one with decimal. So if that one is 0.5 centimeter, a square has all the sides equal. So this one will also be 0.5 centimeter. Area of a circle is the same as L squared or L times L, meaning this is our length. All the sides are equal. So you're going to do now substitution. 0.5 times 0.5. How do you multiply decimals? You can do it in 2 ways. So this one you change it to fraction. 0.5 as a fraction is 5 over 10 times 5 over 10. This one will give us 25 over 100. Then you turn it back to a decimal. So 2 decimal places. So 1, 2 decimal point goes there. And your answer will be 0.25. Or when you're doing your 0.5 times 0.5, ignore the decimal point. Okay, so this one will become a 5 and the other one will become a 5. This one is 25. Then you count how many decimal places you have. You have 1 and 2. So meaning your answer should have 2 decimal places. So 1, 2, and then say 0.25. Or we have so many R's. Okay, so 0.5, again, you can do long multiplication, though that one will take you longer. So 0.5 times 0.5, okay, everything times 5. So 5, 2, 0 times 5 is 0, plus 2, 2. Everything now multiplied by 0. Any number you multiply by 0, you get a 0. So those two will be 0, 2, and 0. Then here you count again, number of decimal places you've moved. So 1, 2, meaning your answer will have 2 decimal places. And it gives us the same answer, 0.25 centimeter squared. So yeah, so just remember when you're doing your area, follow area and perimeter, follow all these steps. You write your formula, then you substitute your values, then you calculate and leave your answer with the correct unit. So in the next class, we'll be looking at area of 3D shapes. I hope you have enjoyed the class. and have a good day. Bye bye.